Hey guys, how's it going? I'm outside here today. I just want to do a quick little video on this Zippo emergency fire kit that I picked up a couple days ago. I got this from Blade HQ, which is, of course, an awesome place to get all kinds of cool stuff that we like, knives and gear and whatnot. So this thing's pretty neat. I got this just sort of as like a, just a safety fire kit. Just something to keep in my book bag. My hiking bag or whatever, just to have sort of like a last-ditch effort emergency fire capability. So I found this thing. This is a pretty cool package. I really like this. It's a Zippo product, and as you can see, it pretty much looks exactly like a Zippo. Same form factor, same design, and pretty much the same size as well. It might be just a drop larger, but that's because the inside is completely different. So basically, as you can see here, it's safety orange in color, which is always a good color in an emergency situation. This is a brass case. They do make them in a plastic case. I do know that because I saw some other places they had the plastic cased variety, which is about $9.99, so it's about $5 cheaper. But I figured for the extra $5, I'd rather have the brass cased variety. Just more resilient, stand up, better to wear. You don't have to ever worry about the little plastic hinge busting off or whatever. You can see this is the your standard metal hinge. So this is going to be a lot tougher, I believe, so that's the reason I went with this. And let's take a look at the inside. As you can see, it is much different from your standard Zippo. Basically what you have there is a compartment for these wax impregnated cotton sticks. It fits 4 in here. I've already used one, so that's why there's only 3. And you have a flint wheel that is capable of being removed and switched to go in the opposite direction, to throw sparks in the opposite direction depending on if you're right-handed, left-handed, or how you prefer to hold this device and use this device. So that's pretty neat. And other than that, there's nothing really else going on. Here on the bottom of the flint is a little screw with a spring where obviously you can replace your flints, and they used the standard Zippo flint. So if you have a Zippo and have a bunch of flints, then you don't need to get anything special to use this. And these wax cotton sticks are also readily available. As you can see here, I think I just had a deer run behind me. Out here in the wilderness, all kinds of stuff happens. But you could pick up an 8-pack of these. I think there's 8. Yeah, 8-pack of these things for I think around $5. So they're readily available. Don't have to worry about running out of these. So that's always cool. And basically, there's also a weather seal, a O-ring around the body to keep your cotton sticks dry. So that's always good. So if this thing decides to take a dunk and you recover it, you don't have to worry about there being any sort of leakage into the interior, rendering your cotton sticks kind of useless. So that makes it a little bit difficult to close, because it's only going to close about this far unless you put a decent amount of pressure to seal that O-ring, which is no problem. It also makes it more difficult to open, which is also no problem, because unlike a normal a normal lighter that you're going to use a lot of times, pretty regularly. This isn't going to be, something that you regularly use, and you don't want it to just easily flip open, because that would result in possibly losing some of your cotton sticks, and also resulting in unwanted exposure to humidity and other water exposure. So basically, I just want to give you a quick overview of this, and also I want to show you how it works. So let me get prepared here, and I'll show you how this thing works. So first, what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut up some tinder here, just some really fine shavings to use to light a fire once I ignite the cotton stick. And to do this, I'm going to use the newly acquired, also from Blade HQ, limited blue sprint run Spyderco Persistence, which is a awesome little knife. So I just figured I'd go ahead and make some shavings. Alright, so now that I got a little bit of shavings here and some just little sticks to add to my fire once I get this thing ignited, I just want to show you how you go about actually getting one of these things ignited. In its current state, it's going to be a little bit difficult because the cotton's compressed. So the instructions say that you should kind of fray it, pull it apart, just thin it out and give it a overall larger surface area, because you are igniting this with only sparks, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult than obviously if you're just using a match or any other sort of flame. So basically, now that I have that exposed there, I'm just going to take my spark and attempt to get this thing lit. Let me take these out, that'd make it easier. There you go. So now you see how that's burning, and once it pushes back to the wax, it'll just do a nice steady slow burn for about 2 minutes, according to Zippo. So that'll give you plenty of time to add your tinder and other flammable objects to this thing to get a nice fire going. So let me just add some of these. And eventually all this stuff will get lit, and you can just start a good old fire, which I really have no desire of doing. So there you go. Emergency fire capability thanks to the Zippo emergency fire kit. Pretty easy and nice and compact. I love the fact that you have all this capability in this small little all-inclusive kit. So again, I want to show you that this thing is burning on its own still, without any other sort of wood. This thing will burn by itself for about 2 minutes, like I said, according to Zippo. So I'm just going to let this thing lapse so I can show you how long it does burn. Alright, she's out. So there you have it. That's my quick take on the Zippo emergency fire kit. I think it's awesome and without a doubt worth the $15 that this thing costs. You should have at least one of these things, maybe multiples, depending on how many different kits you have. You can put this in a emergency kit, some kind of survival kit. You can put this in a first aid kit, some kind of car kit. Just awesome to have fire capability wherever you are, because you never know when you're going to need it. So my decision is that this thing is pretty sweet, and I love it. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for some more videos to come. Thanks.